Yeet, Little Mabu, and even the Kid Laroi. These are just some of the names that have been linked to the identity of Glorb. If you don't know who Glorb is, you've probably been living under a rock for the last while. Glorb has been releasing these Spongebob Rap songs over the past year, and through his music he's been building this elaborate story of this feud between the Krusty Krab and the Chum Bucket. So Glorb recently did an interview with Moist Critical, and in it he answered the question that we've all been asking ourselves.
Who are you?
Well, you know, I'm Glorb, I guess.
Yeah, but like, who is Glorb?
My main identity, I've got to conceal that, but I will say this, listen, so if you've been looking over the series for a while and you've been a fan for a while, you may have caught some breadcrumbs about little things, and maybe I've said some stuff in lyrics or, you know, maybe something in the visuals somewhere, but I've definitely left little breadcrumbs that might lead you to who I really am.
Within hours of the interview being uploaded to YouTube, the internet picked up on these cookie crumbs and seemed to have solved the mystery. Yeah, you've probably never heard of this guy before, but the amount of evidence that has linked him to being Glorb is pretty insane. So a little background on yngmartyr first. He's a 24-year-old rapper from Australia, and while he isn't too popular, he does have a number of songs with a lot of streams on Spotify. I want to credit this Discord user because he seems to have been the first person to have suggested yngmartyr after posting this message the same day the interview was uploaded to YouTube. Glorb's interview with Charlie gave us some clues in how he speaks normally, and it seems pretty accepted that Glorb has an Australian accent, which really narrows down the list of potential candidates. This channel pointed out the similarities between the setup of yngmartyr and Glorb. They clearly have the same mic and sound panels. Some have gone as far to say that they have the same pillow, but the patterns look completely different in this comparison photo. Besides his voice, some have pointed out that Glorb's body language and speech are also very similar to how yngmartyr appears in interviews. yngmartyr can be seen in an open-faced ski mask quite often, and in the music video for his song Canada, he can be seen wearing a pair of goggles that look identical to the goggles that Glorb was wearing in his interview. Glorb's YouTube channel descriptions are in the same style of yngmartyr, and both of their Discord channels surprisingly have the exact same set of rules as well. The editing style for some of yngmartyr's lyric videos are also very similar to that of Glorb's. Around a month before Glorb uploaded his first song, The Formula, yngmartyr released a SpongeBob song snippet on TikTok.
Everything you did for me, I think I owe you one. But my heart on the sleep, my soul is too cold. The winter come breeze, my eyes been frozen. That money come with ease, but baby, you're more important. I promised you I'd give you this whole world, but I couldn't. Now it's trust issues, love issues, drug misuse, babe.
One of the biggest cookie crumbs that was in front of us the entire time was on the cover photo for Glorb's song STD. Did you catch it? If you look closely at the red bottle, it says YNG sauce. Despite all the evidence supporting yngmartyr to be Glorb, there's also evidence that shows it couldn't be him. The biggest thing pointing against yngmartyr being Glorb is this.
I've been in the industry for a while, so if you're tapped in with modern rap, you've definitely heard of me.
Now yngmartyr does have a decent following, but there's no way you can say this about him. I'd presume like many other artists he has an inflated ego, or this is just one of his many attempts to misguide us. Glorb has mentioned not making emotional music under his main name, but this also seems to be incorrect. Or rather, it's not as black and white as his answer presents it to be. And finally, the most important thing we can compare between Glorb and yngmartyr is obviously their music. I listened to a handful of yngmartyr songs, and his music isn't really my cup of tea, although I did really enjoy some of his freestyle. I don't listen to much rap, and I didn't really hear a resemblance, but many others did, so I would take what they say over me. I was surprised at how fast people were to accuse yngmartyr after Glorb's interview with Charlie. Considering how much of Glorb's appeal comes from the mystery of his identity, I don't think he would want to dox himself just a year into his career. Regardless, I think this evidence is enough to support yngmartyr being involved with Glorb somehow at the very least. So yeah, what do you think of all this evidence pointing towards yngmartyr? If you don't think it's him, let me know who you really think is behind Glorb's mask in the comments.